Hello guys and welcome back. We are here in round 5 of the UK National Championships in 2017. I almost said 2007 then. I was like, there's no Diamond Do Turbo here. Okay, so we're back. We've got quite an interesting matchup.
We're going to talk about that matchup first, but we do have a deck breakdown for you guys on day one.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's do that first. So, yeah, here's the deck breakdown. So all of the YouTubers who are watching, please screenshot now. Screenshot now and turn it into pie charts. I know how much one particular YouTuber really likes pie charts, so please feel free. Pie chart it up. What do you think, Matt?
So this is super interesting what we're seeing here. As expected, the top decks, Zodiac, True Draco Zodiac, True King, True Draco and True King Dinosaur are all sitting at the top. It's actually interesting. True Draco Demise is a little lower down. I'm very partial to that deck, but apparently not so popular with the players. What's super interesting is that the pure Zoo outweighs the True Draco Zodiac. I guess players are relying more on the consistency of playing my combos and going for as much disruption as possible is more important than doing these super combos that we've been seeing, for example, in the last game. True Dracos on their own are seeing considerably less play, less than half of the number of Zodiac decks. Now there could be some different reasons for this. Perhaps they didn't get around to getting the cards from Maximum Crisis yet.
Yeah.
They're convinced that the consistency that you get from Zodiac's better. I heard some players saying that it's easier in Zodiac if your opponent hand traps you to find a safe point to stop, whereas in True Draco there are so many things that go really, really wrong depending on where you get caught. And you got True King Dinosaur, which we haven't actually seen yet on the stream, but that's also almost as popular as True Draco, which is a bit of a surprise to me. I would have thought to see Dinosaurs a little bit lower down, but
yeah,
apparently not.
Big amount. It's quite well. It's not really a budget deck, but like if you've got the True Kings and you want something a little different, you can just buy some of the Dino structure decks and feel happy about playing something slightly different.
Yeah, and if we go down, we see Paleozoic, which was an absolute titan of a deck that we saw Joshua Smith pilot to 2 finals for YCS, even winning one of those events.
Yeah,
that's still seeing some play. Players losing interest because we have Masterpiece, who when he gets trap immunity, it becomes so hard to deal with.
Yeah.
Invoked Wind Witch. I'm surprised we're not seeing that to be more popular, considering the results of the German National Championship.
Yeah, I agree. I think I thought that was going to be much bigger because people just thought, oh, it won there, we may as well give it a go. But to be honest, we tried it, and you know, I felt like the deck had a bit of consistency issues. If you don't open the Wind Witch part of it, then
yeah, and dealing with a Masterpiece in your opponent's turn, being summoned in your turn and taking out 2 of your cards is
really tough.
Super hard if you don't start Crystal Wing. And I guess the players only kind of had a week to discover the deck and go there.
Yeah, exactly.
We have Kaiju Zodiac a little bit further down. That's fine. I'm surprised more if I wouldn't be surprised if some of those Kaiju Zodiacs are actually included in the Zodiac total at the top.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and then the rest of the decks are just kind of ones that have been around recently, and then obviously, as per usual, we have a bunch of other decks that could be anything from Volcanics to the you know, Mermails. Enough people, I was just about to say Mermails, but enough people brought Mermails for them to get on the deck breakdown, so that's quite impressive.
Yeah, I mean, of course, later on in the tournament, if we do find some of those decks that are in the other pile, we're more than happy to actually, when we shrink it down, we'll actually include it on the slide so we can see it.
Yeah, certainly will.
So this next matchup, we have Richard Todd versus Henry Stittle. And we're actually going to be seeing a Zodiac Mirror. Now, stay with me, guys. Stay with me. We've got the S0 version coming from Richard. So he's actually playing 3 rank up Magic Barion's Force to make his S0 play instead of making his second Augusto Emerald.
Yeah, so instead of the second Augusto Emerald, he just goes into Utopia and then discards and ranks it up, and then basically his opponent just doesn't get to play cards for like 2 turns.
Blanks his opponent's turn, and you're already facing down a ridiculous Zodiac board. Zodiac field to deal with, and it just cleans you out of the game.
Yeah.
Henry, on the other hand, is not going against the grain. It's everything we've seen before. To be fair,
very standard.
There's nothing super interesting to talk about. So
yeah, so I'm really excited to see S0. This is the first event.
It won't go off now that we've got him here.
Yeah, I know. It's not. That's always the case. I remember when we first had Marcello, when we were in Dublin for Turbo Towers, that didn't go off either. And we were like, what's going on? What's all this about? We even tried featuring 2 players playing that deck, and it didn't go off twice. It was the
Tower's got the stage fright.
Yeah, exactly.
Shall we head over to the tables?
Yeah, we should. Let's head on over and see how these players are getting on. So, Henry going first, by the looks of it.
Okay, that's actually a huge for Henry, and little does he know that going second is going to be could be potentially extremely difficult. Oh, we're going to see the Ghost Ogre. Yeah. That's pretty good, because now we've seen the normal summon burned as well.
Yeah. What else does he have? Oh, he does actually have Barrage as well. So double trouble Barrage. In fact, that's a fantastic opening hand from Henry here.
Oh, Henry is going for the 2 barrages.
Yeah, he's got double barrage, so.
And he's used his Tenki. He's got combo, so he can attach a Whip Tail from deck. And he's got Joy Spring, so he can deal with his opponent's turn. So he's going to be fine moving that.
Yeah.
What did Richard have in his opening hand?
Not a lot of good, to be honest. Plenty of...
Wow, that is everything except for a Zodiac card. He's got Mirror Force, Forbidden Chalice, Solemn Strike, Regeki, and Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit.
Yeah, so we've seen the Ghost Ogre being used very early on the wrap here.
He's got the Regeki to clean up the field, so the question is how much card economy can Henry generate? But you see, of course, we saw the Ghost Ogre come down on the Rapier, but now we can just see Tiger Mortar just reattaches it. And now he can just carry on as business as usual. That's one of the difficulties of running Ghost Ogre. You have to pretty much hope that your opponent doesn't have the follow-up. And the Barrage is sitting there, so next turn Henry has the option to go through even more combos.
Mm-hmm.
So Richard's being presented with problem after problem. He's hoping that top deck is going to be something to work with.
Yeah. Even if it isn't, to be honest, he's still got a reasonable amount of trap cards that he can use.
Sure, and he also has a Forbidden Chalice, so he can get through the Dryden. He's got the Regeki to clean up a large field.
Yeah, he's not necessarily
Solid Strike and Mirror Force. Like he's got to play. He's playing the long game here. Henry's going to be very possible to set up pretty well. He's playing 1 fusion substitute as per normal. So Henry's going to be in a good place to start with, but I think Richard has the potential to drag the game out until he gets into it.
Yeah. Only takes like 1 or 2 cards to suddenly change.
Yeah, he could just top deck a Raptor, Zodiac Barrage, Tenki. That's like 8 cards in his deck immediately.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
That suddenly makes his hand very, very strong.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be anything. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what these other rounds have.
It's actually interesting he chose to go with standard Mirror Force as opposed to any of the flavors of Mirror Force.
Yeah, that is kind of surprising.
Good old reliable.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I know Rich to be that kind of player who would go with the original just for the sake of it.
Yeah, okay, we're just going to see Regeki just slams
that was
right
a nice
down.
start.
My Body is a Shield.
Yeah.
That's actually still, I don't think, too terrible for Richard.
No,
it's going to make setting up much harder. But
I thought he just drew a wrap here, to be honest.
He did actually pull that, and he has the Forbidden Chalice for the Trident, so getting that My Body as a Shield off. So, he passes. He chooses he doesn't want to use his Chalice here.
Yeah. This is really interesting. I think he's going to try, like, no one's playing Mirror Force, so he's
already blown out the My Body as a Shield, so he's probably just looking at his phone. He's like, oh, put all your monsters on the field. That's exactly what I'm waiting for.
Yeah, maybe this would be so amazing if this is actually what happened.
The thing is, it's like I don't think it's depending on how Henry plays his turn. It's not going to make a real dent because of the recovery of the power of Zodiac. But it allows him, Richard, to basically stretch the value of his cards so much further.
Yeah.
Then if he tried to make his plays here, force the Chalice, and then Mirror Force a little later on, he was never going to get such a payoff for it.
Yeah. If Rich manages to clear his board, though, and then go into this S0...
Oh, yeah, then that's ridiculous. I mean, that's actually super interesting in terms of card theory here. When he knows that his hand is super far behind what his opponent's already set up, he's actually looking at it as a case of my only way of winning this is to increase the value of my removal.
Yeah, to the absolute biggest possible extent.
Like, even if I'm taking a hit here, or I'm going to let my opponent, like, generate a lot of resources, I've got to drag this out, as opposed to going in now, blowing his chalice, setting up a play, and then having a weaker Mirror Force later. He knows that Henry's probably just going to bury him in card advantage, so he's going... He's risking a huge payoff, but we see that the... What's interesting is because the Ram is in defense mode, he's not going to get caught by the Mirror Force, so he's not going to get the refund when the Ram is taken out on the Mirror Force to extend the plays this turn.
This is super interesting to see this. Yeah. Because, like...
He's not even using the Solemn Strike. This is how you know this is how he's looking at this matchup.
Yeah.
Because he could... There's opportunities for him to Solemn Strike. He's going to have the chalice. He's going to, of course, hold... There we go. See the Ram going off now.
Yeah.
He's going to hold that chalice until his turn.
It is all of this Mirror Force. Like, what are you thinking if you're Henry Stittle right now? Do you just think, oh, he's bricked. He's bricked. He's set everything as bluffs. And that's it.
Very possibly. Like, you might be thinking... Because it's certainly not dimensional barrier.
Yeah.
Because that would have been used before he started getting ahead.
Yeah.
But what were you thinking? Because no one's really playing trap cards with the exception of those. So he must assume there's a Solemn Strike down there.
This is super interesting.
In fact,
this could go
making the read of Solemn Strike is something I think that Henry could reasonably do. I think the Mirror Force is completely off his radar.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, actually, no, it's not. Because he's put the Tornado Dragon in defense mode. But now he's going to Solemn Strike that if he hits the Mirror Force.
Yeah. Well, and I think you just strike that regardless. Okay, he lets it happen. I think that's mildly questionable.
I don't understand why he didn't strike that, because...
Yeah, should have striked the Tornado Dragon.
Yeah, no, I can't think of a reason why he didn't. He's conserving his life points, but... He could have just removed that threat for a card he was losing anyway, and he's got the chalice for that
Wow,
card.
he just passed without popping the back row.
Oh,
he's got a second Mirror Force. He's got to go now, right?
Yeah, he's got to make a play here. He can't wait. Okay, he's going to chalice before he normal summons. Problem is that Mirror Force is basically a blank card because he didn't get rid of the Tornado Dragon, right?
Yeah, well, I think he's got to get rid of the Tornado Dragon now. Oh, he has Flying Sea.
Yeah, and
that's rough.
He sets the Mirror Force and then his opponent Tornado Dragons it.
Yep.
I don't know why he didn't Solemn Strike.
Yeah, I'd strike the Tornado Dragon.
Like, he would have had the Mirror Force to protect him on this turn as well.
So we didn't see S0 in this first game, but we could see it in the next few games.
Yeah, Richard's actually playing some very interesting spicy tag. 3 chilies worth of spicy.
Yeah.
I'd say. You know, on a scale of 5. In fact, no, I'm actually going to give it a 5 because I think it is the spiciest deck you could possibly consider playing.
Would you say that 5 was appropriate?
It literally is. The continuous trap appropriate. I took a minute to think of this and was like, how is he playing this? But apparently, the way that he's doing this is when your opponent uses their fusion substitute combos, the last thing they do is draw on the card, which then triggers it, and he can then just take a ton of cards off of his opponent every time his opponent tries to draw a card.
Yeah.
You can't even flip it, and that's the last thing in the chain to happen was a player drawing a card.
Yeah.
So this is like... He's in round 5, and what was his record coming into this?
X1.
So he's 4-1.
A 3-1.
3-1.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm getting way ahead of myself. He's 3-1, and he's got his 5 chili tech that's going to be coming in this game, in addition to his S0, or Senior Pass Your Turn. I think that's a fair name for him.
It's a pretty fair name. Yeah, I think it's just well, let's hope we see it go off at least once, because otherwise we're gonna have the Turbo Towers syndrome again.
I really wonder why he didn't use the Solemn Strike.
Yeah, I don't know. We can maybe ask him.
If it all pans out, what we're probably going to see is it falls apart, unfortunately, because we have it on the live stream now. We found something cool, and
we're not going to see it happen.
And then the deck gets stage fright.
Always happens. Always happens. Whenever we find something that we think's cool. just been sent a tournament bracket. I don't know what it is.
Probably for Dragon Duel, I believe. We'll get further direction a little bit later.
Yeah. I always like seeing the Dragon Duelists. They always just have so much fun. It's not competitive to them. It's just a load of fun playing Yu-Gi-Oh.
You say it's not competitive. Some of them are better than us.
Well, yeah.
You say the WCQ.
Okay, yeah. So the top, yes, the top 4 of the Dragon Duelists. I actually recognise Blake. Blake's from. Blake is the. No, what's the word? It's not mentoree. It's Jared is his mentor.
Ah, Jared Stone.
Yes.
Defending national champion.
Yes. So yeah, Blake won the national championships last year, the Dragon Duel national championships.
Oh wow! So he went to the WCQ.
Yes.
In Berlin.
Yeah, with Jared. That's if that is Blake. I think.
How is Jared doing on the standings anyway? He
Yeah,
was off to a good start.
Yeah, that's a look.
I don't think I saw him on the top tables, but I could be wrong.
Jared is on table 94, so that's roughly X1.
X1 or X2?
X1.
Okay, yeah, sure. Between 60 to 100 is probably X1.
Yeah, about X1. X2 is around 100.
Oh.
It's low X1.
I think the guys have done side decking, so we'll see the opening hands getting photographed and sent over to us. And Cloverfield.
Just had a
Somebody got super startled and
minor camera shake.
Yeah, that's an option you can turn on. Yeah. It's saying it's our
Our tech team may have to
TCG physics engine, right?
Yeah, maybe we should come back to us for a few minutes while we fix that.
Richard's opening hand is Dimensional Barrier, Rank Up Magic, Terror Top, Solemn Strike, Dark Hole.
Yeah, we're going to come back to us for a few minutes.
Hey, sorry, I'm leaning over because I'm basically blind and I'm looking at a laptop.
Yeah. So while we fix the camera, yeah. So let's
we can talk about the opening hands because actually he's got the Rank Up Magic, and he's got the Terror Top.
Yeah. So that could be.
And his opponent has no hand traps, so he can set that up.
Yeah, that's
with the strike and the barrier.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting.
You know what? We might actually see it. His opponent cannot interact on his opponent. Yeah, his turn. His opponent has 2 Whiptails, a Rappeteer, Fire Formation Tenki, and an Instant Fusion. So his hand's pretty good, but you know, S0.
When you can't play cards, it's.
Do you have the text for S0 right there? We can take a look at that
let's
one.
Have a look.
I hope you guys at home are having fun.
Yeah, we certainly are. Just hoping that this card's going to be played. So yeah, so there's a recipe to make it, but that's not the usual way to make it. You can Exceed summon it by discarding a Rank Up Magic normal spell card and then using a Utopia monster you control as the Exceed material, and then you take all of the Exceed material that was attached to the Utopia card and just stick it on there. Its summon can't be negated. And when you summon, your opponent can't play any cards, so you can't be bottomless or anything like that. Against 1,000 attack and defense for each of the Exceed materials that are attached to it, so that's pretty big. And then once per opponent's turn, you can detach a material, and then your opponent's cards and effect can't be activated. So they just can't.
That's absolutely absurd, and he's going to pull this off. And his opponent.
Well, let's wait and see.
And like none of those cards are trap cards, so.
Yeah, so I think we're sorted now. There we go.
Here we go.
We readjusted. Let's see if Rich is able to pull off his combo now here.
Yeah, we're going to see the 4 chilies, a little spice.
Yeah.
And we haven't seen the appropriate. I don't know if he sided it in.
He did. He definitely did. I saw him do it.
Did you see him do it?
Yeah.
Okay. I get the feeling we're not going to see that, and I might be being overly optimistic because.
No, I don't think I was going to see appropriate.
Henry is going to be in a very awkward position because even if he top decks Dark Hole or Regeki, he can't play anything.
Yeah.
Like he's going to set a monster.
Well, I think that is the only move you can make.
You're allowed to set cards. You're not allowed to activate anything.
Oh, you can summon monsters.
Can you?
Yeah, you can. So you can summon monsters. Just nothing can be activated.
Can't activate cards. Cards or effects can't be activated. Yeah. Okay.
So you could like play Tenki, for example, but it just wouldn't activate. Oh no, wait a minute. Cards. Oh no, cards. Okay, you can't do cards either. You can't play cards, but you can summon. You can summon or set. What a crazy card. Yeah. So Jack and I here.
Yep, and then we're going to see the fusion sub combo going through.
Yeah. So Henry just has no response to any of this.
Henry's going to have no response for the rest of the game at this point.
Yeah, actually. It's a fair point. So let's see, I don't know if he's got enough.
Because in the standby phase, he's going to attach, and even if his opponent gives him a kaiju, he's still going to be stuck with that effect for the rest of the turn. So
Yeah.
that's actually, that's
Yeah.
really,
Oh,
now his opponent is confused.
Yeah.
Now his opponent is super confused.
Yeah.
Now his opponent's going to pick up the card and read the card.
Yep, I think that's yeah.
Opponent is now going to go, this is ridiculous, slump in his chair. He's laughing.
It's currently on 3,000 attack points. That's a lot of attack points.
It's like, oh, it's pretty big, and it stops me doing anything.
But he's still got a rap here. Like,
Yeah, he's not done with his turn.
He's not done.
He's not done. You know, if he was worried his opponent had hand traps, he could just like, what was it?
No, it's only
Your
during
opponent-
opponents.
Oh, only
it's
during
gotta be
your opponent's
turn. That's Hammer Kong.
He's playing the second S0, just so you know. Oh, he actually thinks this is enough. He doesn't really extend the combos beyond this.
No, I don't think you should. I think your opponent can't do anything, so you can just kind of make the most basic of plays. Like it's for 3 turns he can't play. Like
he can if he can actually destroy the S0 in battle, which is likely to happen. No, he's
Zero's got 2,000 attack points, and
yeah.
he's got 2 trap cards. So you can't play cards.
And Dryden is going to take one of them
there.
out. Strike is going to take something out, and you're certainly not fusion something.
reading
You've got
it again.
dimensional back.
Well, you just can't play fusion sub anyway because you can't activate it.
Yeah, well, that's fair.
He literally can't play cards.
Oh, he can set them. He might have drawn a trap card, but
Yeah. Well, but who plays trap cards, right? He's got 1 combo. Has he got any other trap cards? No, warnings. Yeah, it's warnings and strikes and stuff. But he's going second. Why would he do that?
yeah, that's a very good point. Whiptail. Okay. Yeah. My guy dies horribly.
Pass.
Yeah, go ahead, man. It's your turn.
This is going to happen for 3 turns.
Oh, this isn't gonna last 3 turns. And he's got he survived with the MX Saber Invoker.
Yeah, exactly. Invoker's on the bud. That's what? This is ridiculous.
Hey, you know what? I could play this ridiculous long term with Dryden, putting everything back, but why bother?
Yeah.
Just why bother when I just say, actually, you know what? Instead of
He's
I'm,
just
thinking,
going here,
I'm going home. Now
He's
he's taking his ball and he's going home. He's had enough of that. We're gonna see him go to game 3. I mean, that's actually great. S0 putting the work in. It's a card that isn't as popular as I thought it would be, but that's where it works.
Okay.
So we're gonna see some more side decking.
That was super funny.
Yeah, it was. You know, he's doing well in this tournament,
Yeah.
so it's like we know that it works. That's
Yeah, I don't want to put Rich down in any way, but he doesn't play Yu-Gi-Oh all that often, and you know.
And he comes out with 4 chilies.
Yeah, exactly. He was like, well, because he used to play a lot back in the days of old. That's why he's playing like appropriate Mask of Restrict, My Brother's Shield, Book of Moon, Micro, all these old cards. He just wants to play those.
Well, it'll be interesting to see where he goes. Goes to here in game 3. He's not going to catch his opponent out with that. His opponent's going to be way, way, way more aggressive with playing their cards.
Yeah.
And he's now going to have to play this without probably most of his trap cards. Probably not going to be very live.
Mm-hmm. All those cards.
Does that even make sense? What I just said? Not very live.
Not very live.
Not great.
Not great. Yeah.
Even he's probably going to come in with this kaiju engine with his interrupted kaiju slumbers.
Yeah.
Because that lets him clean up his opponent's field, and of course he always has the option to hit the rank up after he's cleaned up an opponent's field, and then his opponent's like,
yeah.
okay,
head back to the table and see if we can look at this side
The
deck.
thing is, you can't even solemn strike the summon of the S0.
No, you actually can't.
I absolutely I don't think any less of Henry for conceding that game. I just went, yeah, you know what, that's... You got me, buddy. You got me. That's the way you just look at it. You got me good.
What else do you do?
Not play cards, apparently.
Yeah, there's just nothing to be done at that point. S0 is really, really good.
It's a great card. It's just clunky because with the rank up magic, it's not so easy to access. Because the only rank up magics I think that really players cared about was Astral Force when you were playing Burning Abyss early on.
Yeah.
So you can make Pleiades and the
Raid
Raptor
5.
one.
Oh, there's Room 5 as well.
Oh yeah, is that the one where you just draw it? And
if you draw it during your normal draw phase, then you reveal it. Yeah.
Here's my ridiculous card.
Yeah, I actually the first ever time I got to play my giant hand was underneath a giant red hand, because I topped Rum as my first card in a tournament, and then I summoned the giant red hand and then played Pot of Duality because I just didn't read my own cards and I negated my own Pot of Duality and then I passed my turn. It was a great story.
We're seeing the hands loading in.
Oh, Rich just got Max C.
Oh, he's got Max C going second then. Zodiac Barrage, Rank of Magic, Max C, Torrential Tribute, and Dimensional Barrier. He left that in. He left in those cards, these heavy trap cards. And on the other side of the table, we have Whiptail, Twin Twister, Fork Blade, Zodiac Raptor, and my body as a shield. Actually, that Twin Twister pretty good.
Yeah.
It'll take out both his opponent's back row.
Yeah, he saw his opponent was playing real back row. It's kind of unfortunate for Rich, to be honest, that he's coming against someone who's playing Twin Twisters. A lot of people are just playing Cyclone nowadays. So on that first Tiger Mortar, he's just gonna play Max C. I think, yeah, he's just
before he used the effect. Yeah, he's just basically he denies his opponent. He's pretty confident then to not wait for the Rappeteer because then his opponent would have.
He's got Rapier and Barrage.
Rapier. I'm doing it again.
Rich has Rapier and Barrage.
Oh, mind control!
Oh, wow.
Mind control's good.
He can just take that.
Yep. Oh, that's mine.
That's mine now. Oh, surely.
Can he just rank that up?
No, he can't. He can't.
If he discards a rank up magic, right?
No, it's got to be Utopia Monster.
Oh yeah. Oh, of course. Yeah. Oh man.
Surely.
Oh, but he's got his opponent's. He's got his opponent's rat. Oh.
Yeah, he just Dryden's itself. Just Dryden pops itself.
Right. Okay. Did he? Oh, he can target any card on the field. So
yeah,
yeah.
Just Dryden just pops itself. Yep, but still, Rapier he's got a Barrage as well. He can do the Utopic Zexal combo again.
His opponent does have the Twin Twister, so we have to keep that in mind.
That's not
to take out the Barrage.
Yeah, okay.
But because he's already established an Exi Monster, even if his opponent does that, he's just going to attach that as a material.
Yeah.
Which then makes his Richard's Dryden a little bit more scary.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he has got my body as well.
He's probably not playing the appropriate when he's going second here.
No. That would be inappropriate.
But
yep. Yeah. So, Robo, he's just this is it again. He's doing his thing. I feel a little stunned. Like
it's working.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I know it must be working. He wouldn't have gotten this far.
He's still playing the appropriates.
Yeah. You see, this is the kind of deck where I'm not sure if it would still be good after players are aware of it. So now we're gonna get to like you go to the WCQ next week, and instead of playing your Norden combo, do I try an S0 type play?
Yeah.
I don't think you're gonna catch players off his guard, and I'm not even sure if it's that doable when you haven't got the extra easy access to the rank 4 at the end, so you actually have a field behind it. Yeah. So I'm not sure if Richard's deck even exists after this weekend.
No,
in a real playable way.
I think you're right. I think this deck literally exists for this one weekend.
Oh, he's here to have a great old time.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, some people think, how do I break this board? And Richard is just saying to him, hey, you just literally don't get to make a board. You know, you're not dealing with this.
He's looking for his Utopia.
There it is. Oh, here we go again.
Like, do you just scoop here? Like,
no, not yet. Like this is game 3. Like if you're gonna play it out, you're gonna try and see.
Yeah.
Do
you attack? Something. I think if you attack with Zexal here and it goes through, then that's job done, because then you've got enough attack points to destroy your opponent just with Utopic Zexal, assuming they don't set a monster. Yeah. So. Defense mode Dryden. Oh no, attack mode Dryden. It must have Whiptail in hand.
Or he's presenting the Whiptail.
Yeah.
Those are gonna get Twin Twisted. Actually, I don't know if he can afford to give up the card economy
to
take those out with the S0.
Yeah, I think.
Why has he set these cards before playing the barrage? That would be horrible for him.
Yeah.
Alright, he goes for the attack. Setting cards before main phase 2, I feel like this man has played too much Duel Links.
Yeah.
Like, there is a main phase 2, man. Come on, Richard. I don't know, I feel like there's just so much risk associated with the information you give your opponent at this point.
If anyone ever plays Flashbang, then that's just bad.
What does Flashbang do?
I knew you would ask that. If you take damage, you can play Flashbang. Assuming it's direct damage, you play Flashbang, your opponent ends their turn.
Oh, well, you know, he's playing around that.
At the end of the battle phase. So they don't get main phase 2.
Oh, so he's playing around that.
He's playing around Flashbang.
Next level playing around
Next level playing around Flashbang, yeah. That's exactly what's happening.
I get Twitch chat.
Yeah. Yeah, this. Yeah, I think it's
draw.
I mean, he's had to discard a card there as well. So Rich just detaches from Utopic Exile, so his opponent doesn't get to play cards. And Trident, that's a terrifying combo.
Yeah, oh, he's getting away with it. Somebody called the police. This is robbery right now. He is just running away with this.
Do you like? I believe that you should put something on top of like I would use Trident's effect here, then put something on top of it, and like use that to combo.
His opponent does pass a turn, so he's got plenty of moves that he can make. He's got the fusion subs in the graveyard as well. Yeah, as much as I like what Richard's doing here with his tech, he has misplayed a whole bunch of times.
Yeah, he has. That's what's terrifying about this deck.
That he's getting away with it. That's the thing. It's like, it's just unfair. Oh my god. Richard. You've got yourself a bit of a monster there, my friend.
Oh wow.
Are you just going to hit him again?
Yeah.
He can actually possibly answer the... well, he can try to answer the SRA, but he's got the Dryden. But he's got My Body as a Shield. So he might actually be able to...
He's going to set Regeki as well.
Yeah, he's going to read it. He can actually clear it out this turn if he has...
He's reading Utopic Exile again.
Well, why wouldn't you? It's the only thing you're doing. Like, it's the only thing you're doing that turn.
I can't get over this. It's just...
I think you're the one doing the interview if you can get over the giggles for this.
Okay. Utopic Exile gets dim barriered.
Okay, so he's playing cards this
He
turn.
gets to play cards. Like, why didn't he Trident the new set card?
You can only target face-up cards with it.
Oh, okay, sorry. Okay, yeah. I'm going crazy. Yeah, so...
He's got My Body as a Shield as well.
Yeah.
So he's going to be able to take out the Trident when the Trident goes for it.
Yeah. Okay. This extra got dim barriered. But still, you're on 1,400 life points.
Yeah, that blanks all of your Solemn Strikes if they came in. In fact,
also he can't exceed summon, by the way.
Why not?
Because dim barrier.
Oh yeah. Well played.
So
I forgot it has that drawback because you never play it that way.
He played around Utopic Exile. He's going to be able to attack over stuff.
He can attack over his Exile.
Yeah. Yeah, he can attack over both of
Not
those.
using the Droiden?
Dim barrier.
Oh, yeah, of course.
He's just going to be able to flip Regeki and then attack the game.
Oh, it's exactly 1,400.
Yeah.
No. Oh, he can't play that My Body's a Shield because he's on 1,400.
That seems troubling. Literally, draw.
Outstanding.
Flip the Regeki, and then enter handshake phase.
Yeah, that's exactly it, yeah. Oh, Richard.
Oh.
There you go, my friend. The hero of the hour. I don't want to take anything away from Henry. He just didn't get to play. That was... Wow. It worked.
I can't believe that. Okay. We're going to be right back with an interview.
Yeah, we're going to bring Richard in. We're going to ask him, like, actually, I need you to ask him what his opponent's face was when he did it, because I knew exactly how I would have reacted. Like, what?
Read it, put it back, read it again.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, well, we're done. We're done here.
Yeah.
Just That's the end of my day.
Yeah. Okay. Well. Yeah. Let's get Richard in here and talk to him about that match.
Absolutely, guys.
We'll catch you guys in a minute.